can't believe I'm going after a magician. He was fantastic. So I don't have any magic tricks, but hopefully we'll still enjoy a nice time together. So the little bit of magic I can share is, this is my 9-month-old. You give her any object. What does she do with it? She bangs it, she eats it, she throws it. She spends all afternoon examining this object, turning it round and round. What is she doing? She's exploring. Then there's my 3-year-old. She's a lot of trouble. But from the moment she wakes up to the moment she goes to sleep, our conversations go like this. Mommy, why are all the cars going this way? Why aren't any going that way? Mommy, why do you have on a pink shirt? Mommy, why is that shirt pink? Why? She has so many questions. I don't know any of the answers, but I try and help her out. And what is she really doing? She's exploring as well. So, how Dominic was saying, these children, these babies, they love to explore. They're carefree. They have no worries. They just have all this eager excitement for life. They're really excited. But what happens when we start to get a little bit older? When we become teenagers, when we get into our 20s, things start to change. We start to get nervous. We have fears. We get scared. Rejection. We fear rejection. Flashback 1. When upon moving to Zurich, I had an interview with a headhunter. I was very excited. This is how it went. Interviewer. Yeah, what did you do? I don't really know it. Me. You know, I worked with NASCAR. They're a race car series. They have 5 million TV viewers per race. Interviewer. No idea. Don't know what you're talking about. All right. Uncertainty. Also very scary, a big fear. Flashback 2. My husband and I were looking for a place to live when we moved to Zurich, and we decided to ask the help of a service agency to help us out. This is what he said. There's no way you'll find anywhere to live. You're foreigners. You have a dog. You don't have a job, only your husband does. And you want to live in the city. Yeah. Uncertainty. It was scary. He actually suggested we get rid of our dog. I mean, had he never watched Marley and Me or Lady and the Tramp? But would we have no place to live? This was scary. It was uncertain. Embarrassment. Another really scary one. Will I remember what I have to say up here today? I might get really embarrassed. I don't know. We get these fears. So flashback 3. Every time my husband uses a public toilet in Switzerland. Now, he is a native English speaker, speaks very little German. So, what do you think he looks for? And what door does he go through every time? So, now let's talk a little bit about moving. What types of words come to mind when you think of moving? Do you think it's fun? Do you think it's scary? Glamorous? Maybe a little. Intimidating? Probably a lot. How many people here have moved countries before? Raise your hand if you've changed countries. Okay, now keep your hand up if you've moved more than once. Okay, twice? That's more than once. 3 times? 4 times. Wow, okay, you guys have me beat. And you know what I'm talking about. You can put your hands down. It's scary. It's intimidating. There's a lot of new things that happen when we move. There's new languages. There's new food. There's new public toilets to use. I mean, it's scary. When I was 27 and moved abroad from Chicago to Liverpool, England, I was downright scared. I had chosen to move. I was excited. I wanted to move. It was something I set out to do, and I was determined, and I did it together with my husband. We moved abroad. Wow. But when we got there, oh my goodness, I didn't want to leave my little Victorian cottage that was now supposed to be my home. I mean, here I was driving on what I consider the wrong side of the road. I was looking for a cash register when I should have been asking for the till. And cue, Seriously, is it a letter? Is it what you wait on? I still don't know. And they spoke the same language. So this is what happens as we start to get older. We start to have these fears. We start to not know what's going to happen. It changes. So, what are we going to talk about here today? Babies, kids, moving. How does it all fit together? Well, before I tell you, I want to share a quote by the travel author Bill Bryson that really inspires me. And I couldn't memorize, so I'll read it to you. I can't think of anything that excites a greater sense of childlike wonder than to be in a country where you are ignorant of almost everything. Suddenly, you are 5 years old again. You can't read anything. You have only the most rudimentary sense of how things work. And you can't even reliably cross a street without endangering your life. That was me in England. Your whole existence becomes a series of interesting guesses. Love that quote. And it brings me to the message for today, which will sum up in one word: explore. So, how did I go from convincing a headhunter that I did know more than my ABCs to standing up here today talking to you about the word explore? Well, shortly after moving to Zurich, myself and another woman, Deja Rose, partnered together to launch Girlfriend Guide Zurich. Now, as someone who had spent the first part of her career surrounded by all the securities and stabilization of the corporate world, this was a big jump. I was used to having a really set job description. I was used to having an IT help desk to call, which those guys are the best. The AV guys, tech guys, they're wonderful. They didn't exist anymore. I used to have police escorts to sporting events. This was all changing. Now it was myself and Deja, and we were sitting in a downtown Zurich cafe with our Apple computers, a pot of mint tea, and a lot of really cool ideas. We were on the verge of creating something completely new in the city of Zurich, something exclusively for women, regardless of their age, regardless of their nationality, and regardless of their length of stay in Zurich. We wanted to create something really special for women to help them explore the city of Zurich. And I promise, men, don't tune me out. I won't get too girlish about the women focus. So, this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to create an organization based on 3 main principles. Help them explore the city of Zurich, share what they know with others, and immerse themselves into their new community. All in all, we wanted to help them discover the city. So, why? Why did we want to do this? Simple. We wanted to help. We had both moved here, and we had both moved several times throughout our lives. And we saw the same questions being asked. Women we'd meet, they would want to know things like, oh, Christmas is coming, and I want to buy some gifts, but I have no idea where to go other than the main department stores. Or, I just really need a new pair of jeans. I have no idea where to shop. Or, back in my old hometown, I had this great yoga teacher. I'd wake up every Friday morning and go, and I just can't find that here. So we really wanted to help. We wanted to help these women. And there was nothing like it yet in Zurich. So we saw this niche in the market, and we thought, why not? Let's be a part of this. Let's help these women. So, how did we take off? How did Girlfriend Guide launch? Even before I had met Deja, she decided to host the first Girls' Night Out event. When she moved, the film Sex and the City 2 was just released, and she really wanted to go, but she had nobody to go with. Those of you that have moved, can you relate? Has that happened to you? You want to go out, but you don't want to go out by yourself, and you also don't really know where to go. So this was her. And what she did, she put out a note on one of the local forums asking if anybody wanted to go to the cinema with her. And to her surprise, 20 women responded. They all wanted to get together, and they all had the same eagerness to explore the city. So shortly after that, Deja and I got to talking, and we realized we needed to help. We saw that Zurich was missing this. We wanted to create a city guide and list out the businesses that we recommended and the businesses that we wanted other women to explore. And we really wanted to create more events for women to get together, people who didn't know each other, to meet each other. And also create articles. You know, it was hard to find information to read in English. Sure, I wanted to find out where to go for brunch on the weekend, but I had trouble reading the local newspaper. So with that, we launched Girlfriend Guide to Zurich. Now, this was 3.5 years ago, and this is the image that we've started to become really well known for. We helped create this and base the organization on it. What I personally love about this image is the girl, she's standing all the way on the outside of the city, looking in. So there is so much excitement about what's to come. She's stepping forward into new experiences, all new things to happen for her. Sure, she's confident, she's holding her head up pretty high, she's standing straight, but she has that warm cup of something in her hand, so she might need a little extra comfort. She might need a little push in the direction to keep her going. Her pocketbook could be a briefcase, she might be a working girl. It could be a pocketbook, you know, she could just be out for a casual stroll with her friends. She could be anyone. Her heels are a bit fancy, but her dog's cute, so it makes her approachable, she's friendly. And this is really what we created the base of the Girlfriend Guide to Zurich on, and the 3 words that I mentioned earlier: immerse, explore, and share, and helping women to discover the city. So, how do we get started? How do you start a business in Zurich, or how do you start a business at all? Well, it's a big change. As I mentioned, I had gone from a very corporate lifestyle to now just myself and Deja. And what we did was, we start with what we know and what we were passionate about. I have a real love for food and for wine and for finding all the different specialty shops in the city, who sells the best pesto or who makes the best hot chocolate. I could spend all day walking around doing that and meeting shop owners. And Deja, she's worked with 5-star hotels and spas all throughout the globe, so she had a really good list of wellness facilities throughout town. So we started there. We started with what we knew. We created a city guide or business directory listing out places we had visited and places we would personally recommend to a girlfriend. We then made an editorial calendar based on the questions we had been hearing most, trying to help women answer what they wanted to know about the city of Zurich. Some of our first articles: how do you fondue and peep-toe pedicures. Our first newsletter was sent March 2011. We had 3 articles, no advertisers, and that was about it. Now, a few years later, our article content has doubled. We have advertisers that we get to choose who we want to work with. We have exclusive discounts just for our readers. We host our own events and bring women together, not just on the website, not just on the online magazine, but in person as well. We have grown tremendously throughout these few years. So, how did we do it? Well, it's not just the content, it's not just the specialty shops or the spas that we knew about. We work very hard and extremely diligently on creating this brand, on creating and shaping and continuing to improve the Girlfriend Guide to Zurich brand. What we've done with our writing style, it's very unique, and we hope and don't believe that there's anything really like it in Zurich or that there ever will be, because we've created this persona. We call her Zuri Girl. She's your virtual girlfriend. So any men that tuned me out, I now have a girlfriend for you, okay? So hopefully I bring you back in. Haven't gone too female on you. So, Zuri Girl, all of our articles are written from her perspective. And she gives you information that you couldn't find out just by reading the internet. We go in and meet business owners, and the information we have in our articles, you could only find out by speaking to that business owner or to sitting in the chair in the restaurant, having a meal yourself to be able to write about it. We have a very specific tone. We try to be extremely informative, simple, get the facts out, but also make it fun, make it flirtatious, make it exciting. People want to read it. What else do we do? As I mentioned before, we host events. So it's great. Women can go online in their own homes. They can read. They can go out on their own. But say, like you've moved. You don't know anybody. You don't know where to go. We host events. Next week, we have a wine tasting. We have gallery tours. We have behind-the-scene cooking classes. We have photography events. We have fitness events, all different lifestyle programs. We bring these women together and showcase different businesses throughout the city and also help these friendships form. I love nothing more than when we have an event and two women come for the first time. Maybe she's just moved 2 weeks ago. Maybe she's been here 20 years. But they meet, they connect, and then next time, the next event, they come together. And it's really, really nice to see. So what else have we done? How have we made this brand grow? We've created new things in the city. Spa and Wellness Week is a promotion that's never been done before in the city of Zurich. And for 1 week every year, we get together several of the best spas and wellness facilities throughout town and offer special discounts throughout the week. We also have an advent calendar. All right, men, again, this one, you can participate. Every day for the first 25 days in December, we give away a gift a day, and there are over 8,000 francs worth of prizes. And this year, Switzerland Tourism was one of our main partners, which was such an honor for our brand to be partnering with Switzerland Tourism. We also have formed strategic alliances with other community organizations. We're a media partner at the Women's Expo. We've been a media partner of Curious Courses Day. Other organizations that have like-minded audiences and the same types of excitement for helping people explore the city, we work together with. We've also written for print magazines. We love cross-collaboration and cross-marketing. So what is it that we do every day? We explore. We love exploring. Deja and I, we get this adrenaline surge from meeting people. I was so excited to meet a magician that now I can send people to. I can let our readers know about him. How exciting. I love meeting new tour guides, life coaches, all these talented artists in the city that sometimes you don't know about. And we've created this forum, this place for people to find out. So that's what we're doing. We're going, we're learning, we're exploring. When people ask us where our office is, it's the city of Zurich. Nothing is better than having a meeting in a new cafe we've never been to before. Now, do we do it by ourselves? Absolutely not. And by now, you're probably tired of hearing me speak. So I put up some quotes from some of the women who help us. We have about 10 freelance writers that have joined us since we began, and many have been with us from the start. I asked them to help me with this presentation and get some of their feedback, and I was just absolutely touched to find out that we're also helping them explore. We've also worked with sales and marketing consultants to also help us grow. But I will share for all the budding entrepreneurs out there, it's different. It's very different than working in a corporate world or working in an organization. You do everything. Our first birthday party, we went through 3 helium tanks before we could figure out how to blow up a balloon. We also do things like our homepage might get infected with Viagra ads. This has happened. We have to figure out how to get rid of those. So you're doing absolutely everything, but it's great because we're not doing it alone and we've built this team together. So what's today's message? Explore. Explore your city. Explore a new city. Explore new food. Explore a new type of music. Just explore. So I'll leave you with the message for today. And if that's too much, if you can't handle too much information, just one word. It's a 7-letter word, but it is a very powerful word. And I promise it will change your life. Explore. Thank you.